Kevin Sr. probably be blowing little Kevin Jr.'s phone up. Where do you find a talk show host whose husband's cheating on her, mother passed away, and she loses her TV show, and this is almost over in like a 1 year span? Okay, so in today's video, we're going to talk about Wendy Williams. Now, the Wendy Williams documentary has been out for over 3 or 4 weeks, and I didn't jump on it right away with my thoughts. In a sense, I kind of felt like it was extremely overwhelming for me to even speak on, and I didn't want to rush to do commentary because it was just so much to take in. First things first, this documentary was met with hesitation almost 72 hours or so before it aired. Should it have aired? The answer is yes. The reason I say it should have aired is because it looks like they have been filming this over almost a 2-year period. And it also looks like, based on the fact that at the time they decided to film this documentary, she probably was sort of kind of halfway in and out, and they did not even have a diagnosis for her at that time. It looks like her staff and her team just kind of chalked it up to, she drinks occasionally, because they're not psychiatrists and they're just basically employees of her. They're not going to have that level of concern for her. So it looked like this was already in the works almost over a 2-year span. Those recordings, all of that footage that Lifetime acquired, that was over about a 2-year span. To say that it shouldn't have aired is just ludicrous, because it's like, no, because they got all that footage. So this is a documentary, and this is a documentary that Wendy Williams probably, and when she was somewhat in her right mind, signed on for. Her son is also an executive producer on it. Just think about that. There's a disconnect there between Wendy and Kevin Jr., and I think it all has to do with Kevin Sr. So she's probably got a little gripe on her shoulder with little Kevin Jr. because she like, listen, you probably knew about that. You was out here in your little apartment that I'm paying for, and your father's out here bringing some mistress, and then you ain't tell me nothing, and I had to find out through Daily Mail. You know what I'm saying? So I'm sure her and little Kevin, you can tell there's some tension there. They literally just announced what her diagnosis is. No one in her camp and no one in her family is psychiatrists, so they wouldn't be able to make that call. They knew that probably something's going on with her, but they probably didn't know what. It seems like she was already on the decline a little bit prior to Kevin divorce situation. This whole situation with Wendy Williams is extremely unique to Wendy Williams. About 3 major crises hit Wendy in the last almost 2-3 years. Her divorce of her husband, her loss of her mother, and then lost her show. That is a lot for any human being to take on. Her husband worked with her, and in a sense played a pivotal role in the building of her career. She started off alone, she brought him on board, and then they were working together on the Wendy Williams show. That's how it went. Kevin Hunter has been in her life for a very, very, very long time. Let's get to Wendy Williams' family members. Look like her niece has a good relationship, but like I said, this comes down to money. They're not going to just let any nobody come in and manage her finances for her. That's why it's in the guardianship position. Honestly speaking, who expected for something like this to happen? Actually, really, really glad that she got rid of that husband before this happened. Because another thing, this is everybody's question. How the F is she getting her hands on liquor? For all we know, at Wendy's level of celebrityism, she could have a subscription that just pushes it out to her that hasn't been canceled because they haven't even gotten to all her frozen accounts. Her accounts are frozen, but them credit cards with a Drizzly subscription on it, that probably ain't canceled. So it's probably just coming to her door, and she like, delivery time. Somebody sending some Drizzly to her house, okay? Even though she's saying she has no money and this, that, and the third, okay? She is not going to reveal who is sending her some Drizzly. I hope that her family can get to a point where they're involved, but you do got to understand the purpose of the guardianship. I feel like it's most likely for the financial control over like the financial allocation and stuff, to make sure like no one's really stealing from her. And that's what she pretty much pays for. That's what she pays a lawyer, and her lawyer has to make that decision. You know what I mean? To make sure no one's just in here just draining all her money. I just hope to have her getting back with her family will help her to get the care and the support that she needs to keep her from drinking. Dealing with this for her family is extremely difficult. They probably they have to learn how to deal with this kind of situation, deal with who's going to be watching her, because she definitely needs to be watched, because it seems like the loneliness is what triggers her to drink. And if that's what's triggering her to drink, documentaries are kind of annoying, and let me tell you why they're annoying. They always leave the viewers with tons and tons and tons of questions. Like, oh my God, I've got so many questions that is never ever going to get answered. I just wanted to point that out, that's one of the biggest frustrations about watching documentaries, especially about someone as big as Wendy Williams. And I know a lot of people you're met with when you see this going down and you see this happening with Wendy Williams, you hear it all over. You hear everyone saying, that's karma. This is karma. And I don't think anybody could really call it karma, but people believe in karma. I think it's just no words to describe how sad it is to see this turn out this way. It really is. I had to get this off my chest because it was just like, I'm not going to rush to throw up something because I'm just in a rush, to do commentary on somebody whose sort of health is not doing well, because I don't think that's fun. Whether you liked Wendy Williams or you didn't, to see this happen is still not going to feel good, especially if you were once somewhat a fan. It's not going to be fun. It's just too sad. I just think it was so overwhelming that I was just like, this is so much to take in at once, let alone try to process what I want to say. I really hope that she gets better, lives a very happy, peaceful life. I really hope that she at least gets to enjoy her money, because she made a lot of money. And now it's almost like she's not even in a state of mind to even rest and enjoy it. Hopefully the future will bring her something better than this, because this, what we watched, is not it. I've said my piece way back in the early 2000s about Wendy Williams. And now to see this happening to her, it's like... Thank you so much for watching this video. Feel free to like. I'm getting so tongue-tied. Do y'all see this? Feel free to like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you all in another video.